Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Brandy and I am back with another video. So in today's video, I'm actually getting ready to pick up a new book. I asked my husband over the weekend to pick out a new book for me to read this week from my fall TBR. So y'all know I have two little cubbies that I sit on the top of my TBR cart. And I just pull books that I would love to get to during a specific time frame. Sometimes I get to them, sometimes I don't. But whenever I want to pick up something new, I make sure to pick up something from the TBR cart because those are my priority reads. So it is still fall break for the kids, and typically me and baby girl would buddy read a book during fall break. But my girl is busy this fall break and I don't think she's going to be able to pick up our buddy read. So we're probably going to have to wait until she gets home, which is why I asked husband to pick me a book to read off of my TBR cart. And so he picked up The Ghost of Gwendolyn Montgomery by Clarence Haynes. I was actually gifted this book by the author and the publisher, and it's autographed. And so I asked him to just pick me up a book. I'm already reading my Fable book club pick of the month, which is Children's of Blood and Bone, and I'm having a great time with that. But I like to juggle 2 or 3 books a week, and so I've been reading that one on my Kindle. And I'm kind of waiting on the audiobook for it. I'm eating it up. I'm loving it. It's actually my first time reading a fantasy book with my eyes. And I really hate the fact that I did not start doing that from the beginning. My first time reading a fantasy book, I picked it up via audio. And I'm like, girl, why you just ain't picked it up? I think the reason why I have not picked up a fantasy book with my eyes though is because my first fantasy book was Legendborn, and the words are very, very tiny. So I had to get the audiobook for that. So yeah, so that's another book that I'm reading this week, but I needed a second book. And so I told him, I was like, pick something that's not super long. So this one, if you include the acknowledgments, is 230 pages. I feel like I could knock this book out this week. So that's what I'm going to do. He was like, the title gives spooky season vibes. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're kind of on point with that. And I love that for me because I'm trying to think, have I really read anything? I mean, The Chain. I did read The Chain, but I don't know if that's really like spooky. It was like mystery thriller, but I don't think I read anything like spooky. And I typically don't read horror. But I haven't read any like thriller mystery books that gives spooky vibes. So hopefully this one gives me a different type of vibe than The Chain did. I don't know if it's going to be like scary. Because the blurb does say it's a fast-paced, sexy, ghostly adventure. So we'll see. To be a client of Gwendolyn's, New York most powerful publicist, is to be infused with a certain oomph, a mysterious glamour. She seems to have created the ideal life with her handsome new boyfriend, the perfect match. But Gwendolyn has long buried secrets that could unravel everything. So this is going to be like maybe a domestic thriller. And now that I'm looking at the cover, this is a man right here. This is a man right here. And Tananarive Due blurbed the back of it. Rachel Housel Hall blurbed the back of it. So we're going to see. We're going to see. So what I'm going to do, I have about 20 minutes before I need to head out to work. I'm going to try to go ahead and read like the first chapter. That way I can kind of give you guys my initial thoughts, tell you how I'm feeling about the writing style and whatever. So let's get into it. Okay, so I read the prologue and I read 8 pages of chapter 1. First of all, the chapters are long. I had to skip ahead just to see how long the chapter was because, like I said, I do have to get up and leave for work. The first chapter is 22 pages, so I wasn't about to read 22 pages. But I did read the prologue and 8 pages of chapter 1. The prologue is giving me like a fantasy element. It's giving me a fantasy element. And you know how sometimes you can read the prologue and you can kind of tell where the story is gonna go? After reading you guys the blurb and some of the synopsis and then reading the prologue is not, I don't know what the heck is going on. But I am 8 pages in. And Gwen, she's a single woman and she's been dating. And so that's how she ends up meeting James. James ends up being one of the guys that she went on a date with that ends up being one of the successful bachelors for her. So far that's where I've gotten in the first chapter. The writing style is easy to read. It's not chaotic so far. It's not overly descriptive. It seems like it's going to be an easy read so far. And then what I also like is that there are chapter titles plus numbers. So you guys know I like chapter titles, but it has to have a number. And so the first chapter is called Red Runway. And so what I love about chapter titles is that you could kind of get an idea of what the chapter is going to be about. So she did get up for the day and get ready to attend a fashion show. So based off the title, you knew it had something to do with a fashion show of some sort. So yeah, so far I think it's going to be pretty good. So I am taking this with me to work. And I am going to read this on my lunch break and see where we go from there. Been coming out here on my lunch break to read because I forgot how nice it is out here just reading by the lake. Yesterday when I was out here, people were like walking laps around the trail, and I never even thought about coming out here to do that because I usually just go outside to my car and read. But the weather is so good. That's what I love about this time of the year. The weather just being so good where you could literally sit outside by the lake. It's not too hot. It's not freezing cold. And it's just nice. And it's good for my mental. Like, it's really good. But I wanted to give you guys a reading update. So as you can see, I'm 29 pages in. And I just watched Charnel's video, her latest vlog she just posted. I watched that yesterday. And she was reading and reviewing the same book. And she confirmed that there is very much a fantasy element in this book. And I was like, I knew I wasn't tripping. Like, I'm not a fantasy girl. but I know a fantasy element when I see one. So I was like, okay, so I am 29 pages in. I read a little bit last night when I got home from work. And so far, it's kind of hard for me to pick up what the author is putting down. So hopefully, while I sit here for my break, I'm going to read about 20 minutes. I could kind of pick up on what the author is putting down. Like, I got a summary, a synopsis, and how Charnel felt when she read the book. So it kind of gave me a little bit more insight as to what to expect from the book. But from my own personal understanding, I'm not picking up what the author is putting down so far. I'm in the middle of chapter 2. So yeah, I'm going to sit here and read for the next 20-25 minutes while I'm on my break. But yeah, this is just a check-in. I love being out here, and I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of it until the temperature drops. I just got to chapter 3. Did he just have sex with a ghost? What? Hey y'all, so I am 100 pages into this book, and I'm actually getting what the author is putting down now. But I have to get ready to go to book club, and I'm taking you guys with me. When I get back, we're going to talk about this book because I think you guys should pick it up for sure. Like, it's really good. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Book club at the park. We're doing out of 5.
Probably a 4.5.
You did a 4.5? Okay. 2.5? Who did 2.5? The end pissed me off. Okay. The end pissed me off. Right. Right, I be to start laughing. Like, oops, my bad. Cause like the part where dude met up with her, he seen her at the bank, and then he walked up to her and was like, "You're not pregnant, are you?" And then she was like, "No," and then he just punched her and ran.
So what did y'all like least?
The end was terrible.
Yeah, the end was just too terrible. I do not like a happy ending in a thriller mystery. Because why? Right. Like, what? Yeah.
With the twins. You talking about with the twins? Yeah, I thought about that. I said, did they did him the drugs? What's happening?
Cheers! Okay, let me give you guys my midway thoughts before I try to eat the rest of this book up tonight and recap it tomorrow. I'm really trying to finish this book. I'm on page 103 and I have to read to page 227. So, yeah. But anyway, so remember when I was telling you guys I'm not really understanding what the author is putting down? I am now. So there's 2 point of views in this book. However, he doesn't really let us know that there's 2 point of views. You really don't know that there is 2 point of views until you start reading the chapter, because the chapters are named and they're numbered, but the point of view isn't listed. So we have our female main character, Gwen. Gwen is a publicist. She works for this company. I think it's called Subline. I don't really understand what the company does, because in the first chapter she had to host an event, and the event was a fashion show. And so at this fashion show, something bad happens to the woman that is walking the runway. Think Carrie, right? Think The Weight of Blood and what happened to Maddie at the dance. That exact situation. Baby boy's back. That exact situation happened to the models on the runway. So at that time, she's freaking out. She's like, what the heck? What's going on? Like, oh my God. What's even more embarrassing is that this guy that she's dating named James, this is the first time she's actually bringing him into her world. So bringing him to a work event. So she's kind of embarrassed by that. So her and her boss, they leave, and her boss is trying to tell her, you know, stuff happens, right? Stuff happens. It's cool. It's okay. Don't worry about it. She's going to worry about it because that's just the type of person she is. So that's something that happened to her first event. Then she has another event and something else happens at that event. And she's like, you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe something is going on with me. Maybe somebody is targeting me because something happened at the first event. This is a totally different event. This one is outdoors, and then something happens at this event. So she's trying to figure out, is somebody out to get me? And if so, who? So that's her point of view. The other point of view is Fonzie. Fonzie is a queer man, and he's going through a breakup. He was dealing with this guy named Raphael, and Raphael was kind of a man slut. Like, he just wanted to screw everybody, and he really didn't even want to be out the closet. So that was kind of weird to me. Like, you want to be a man whore, but you also don't want to be out the closet. Like, or are you just playing Fonzie, and you just don't want to tell the world that you're with Fonzie? Because what? So Fonzie, he's like, you know, I can't do this anymore. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's just have some distance. And so for Fonzie, that means let me just allow you to phase away out of my life. And that's that on that. Well, Raphael act like he just loved him to death. So now he's trying to circle the block. And Fonzie's like, I mean, when me and you were dating, you wasn't on me like that. Now I'm telling you we need a break or whatever. Now you act like you're interested in me. What's up with that? I'm done with you, right? So Fonzie is a guardian, and he can speak to the dead. He can speak to the dead. So he works for a company with I think it's his best friend, and his best friend's family is a family-owned company where they're all guardians. And people pay them basically to reach out to their loved ones that are no longer living. So that's what he does for a living, and he's really, really good at it. Um, and he talks to ghosts, and he brings out ghosts. And I know you guys seen my previous update on this when I was like, did he do something with a ghost? Yes. What? Because he is a guardian and he can bring ghosts to present time. So something is going on with the whole little guardian situation. Something has come about, and his best friend's mom is trying to bring that up to his attention. And she's like, listen, there's a concern that's been brought up, and we need to get this figured out. He has some like family issues or whatever, where he doesn't really talk to his family members, and then he has a cousin that he really does not mess with like that anymore. But she's very important in this situation. And so his best friend's mom is like, listen, I know you don't fool with her, but we need to find her. We need to figure out where she is, because we need clarity. We need some answers. We need to figure this thing out. And so he's like, well, I hadn't seen her in a while. I hadn't seen her in a while. How am I supposed to get in contact with her? Like, we literally don't talk to each other. We don't even fool with each other anymore. And so she was like, you gotta do what you gotta do to find her, because we gotta get this worked out. So what's gonna happen, I've gotten to a part now, like, I don't see many people talk about this book. I've only seen Charnel on Booktube talk about this book. But if you guys have read it, I've gotten to the part where now Gwendolyn and Fonzie's world is about to collide. Their world is about to intersect. So maybe that's why the author did not give us like specific point of views, because eventually they are going to be in the same world. They're going to come into contact with one another, and it won't necessarily need a separate point of view anymore. So I think that's probably why, because I've gotten to that part. And so I'm really liking the writing style, y'all. It's so funny the way the author writes. He's funny. Some commentary in here is very funny. The banter between Fonzie and every character that he come in contact with is just funny. I really like it. I'm really liking it. So yeah, I'm just writing little notes in the book as I read. Stuff that's just funny to me, I'm just highlighting it. I think it's gonna make for a good time. Yeah, so I very much started picking up what the author is putting down, and I think this is a perfect read for the fall time. Because it has ghosts, I think it's perfect for spooky season. I know we're like halfway done with October, but if you're still looking for something to read during spooky season, I highly recommend picking this up just for the good time. I mean, it's talking about ghosts. It's not a long read. It's literally 230 pages. Less than that, because I'm still counting the acknowledgments. So yeah, that's my update for right now. Like I said, I am enjoying it. I'm going to try to binge read. I've had a busy day today. As y'all seen, we did book club Saturday. Right after that, I had some important stuff to tend to after that. And then right after that, we had to go do eye exams. So some new eyeglasses is coming that I can't wait to show you guys. And then after that, I had a hair appointment. So like all of the things, right? It's been a busy Saturday, and now my family is getting ready to watch a litch spooky mystery type of series. So I'm going to go in there and kind of sit with them and half watch and half read, because I do want to wrap this book up this week. Baby girl came home, y'all, and that book I was telling y'all me and her was supposed to start as a buddy read. Tell me why she 50% into the book and ain't said nothing. And then she gonna ask me where I'm at. Babe, I thought you was busy. I thought you was working this fall break and you didn't have time to read with me. So now I have to put that in rotation for next week. So I definitely need to finish this book this weekend so that I can tap in with baby girl, because she's been talking about it. She's been texting me. She's been talking about it. So I got to get prepared for her. So when I have a final reading update or some kind of wrap up on this book, I'll be back. It's a new day, and I know I look like yesterday, but that's because I just now woke up. Y'all, I didn't finish the book, okay? I read to page 142, 146. I will not be finishing the book in this video. To be continued. See y'all in the next one.